visit with the Ice Queen in her palace. Um, and so you guys have managed to get to your airship and managed to fly away.
Good show, gents.
Yes, yes, yup. Just gonna hop you guys to the Nautilus, and this will actually be the first time I think um, you guys have seen the actual layout of the airship. So here is the Nautilus in all of its glory. Slightly. There was some corrosive acid damage from the Leviathan that you guys picked a fight with. Yeah. Put you guys down. You guys are really big, but I'm gonna shrink you guys. Shrunk. That one's not real. Ha. Okay. Right. So you guys are on the Nautilus here. Um, is there another Adrian? Oh, there's another Adrian. Okay, you go away. Okay. Alright, so you guys are on the Nautilus. Your navigator named Boffin is sailing away from the icy shores of the northern continent. You guys can hear the crew of gnomes in the engine room making sure things are working correctly and filling it with oil and so forth. Um, all right, so this is going to be a good time, I think, to um, you guys are going to have a couple hours here as you guys start to sail away to I think level up. If you guys have a move in mind that you want to put into place, and kind of look over the items that you guys have managed to get from the Ice Queen's lair.
Hmm.
I believe I believe I believe you did level. Yes. Right. Um, yes. And Johan, you actually made you made enough experience last session with all of your failed rolls to completely to completely make a level one. So you have 5 experience over your level one at the moment.
Hmm.
And um, Corvus would have just made level two. So, um, Johan, what new thing are you thinking of picking up here?
Well, I bumped my wisdom to 16 for starters,
Okay. Yep.
because uses that have, and I grabbed the war lord's abilities call to arms.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And Adrian.
I haven't quite looked at it yet, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Then Johan, you managed to recover from the Ice Queen's palace a iron um, vessel, with a heavy duty stopper in it that is engraved with strange symbols. And according to the elf that you guys rescued from imprisonment in the palace, this was the something that the Ice Queen really feared, and so she kept it under guard in her palace.
Not very well guarded. All right. Well, I don't believe I am the correct authority to investigate such magical matters, so I'm just gonna hold on to that until I find an expert.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so the by the way, I should say that you can always like spout lore or discern realities, even if you really don't know if your character would know anything about it. Um, I do kind of make allowances for how much your character would know when I give the answers of what you do know about it. So for example, a wizard might have more specific knowledge about it than you might, but you could still try and spout lore. There's nothing stopping you. But
Actually, we do have a
um,
wizard with us, so I'm gonna hand it off to Adrian and hey, okay, you, see what you can figure out.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out just what I can learn here, but I will not. At the moment. Oh, we lost our figurehead too, didn't we?
yes, that got munched off.
Okay.
You still have the mermaid in a bottle though,
That's
way in the
okay.
back of the ship.
Ooh. Well, I kind of wondered. Okay. I was thinking, do I still have this orb? Did Adrian picked up the orb? Was that correct?
Adrian picked up the orb, yes, and she still has it.
Well, knowing about the mermaid, I'm wondering what are my options for going back, showing it to this mermaid, and asking what, or just seeing her reaction to it. Like, is it something that they would value, take, and finally leave us alone over?
Okay, sure, yeah, that would work. Yeah, you could try that.
Okay, I'll try it.
All right. One of our previous players had the awesome idea of putting the mermaid in the bottle. So the gnomes cooked up a gigantic bottle to put the mer person into. That was fun. Okay, the mermaid will see you come out, Adrian, and will kind of scowl at you, and then kind of curl up in the corner of her prison.
Yeah, yeah. I will pull out the orb from under my robes. What do you make of this?
Her eyes will go wide, and she'll press against the glass all this
water. How much do you want it back? Will you leave the port of Delgar alone if we give it to you? What does it do?
Yeah. She will ponder for a moment, but ultimately say that yes. If you gave that back to the mer people, okay, it's complicated. Yeah. The mermaid herself doesn't.
Doesn't have the authority to just tell us that, yeah, we'll leave you alone, but she gives off the hint that maybe it's a very good chance that we could be finally rid of them were we to give it to them. Is that what?
Yeah, she's definitely giving off a vibe. She's definitely giving off a vibe that it is very valuable to the mer people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as what it does, she's heard legends among her people that it could surveil vast distances away from whoever is using it. You could use it to look at places or people far away from you,
okay.
or even sometimes into time as well, into the past or the future, to determine possibly what calamity might be in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I will slide the orb back into my robes and stride out, leaving her alone again.
Okay. Can I get some food, please?
I walk in and look over to the gnome
The
cook and be like, hey. And I'll thumb over to indicate that he should go and feed her.
Alright, he'll grab some fish and kind of go up there and toss it in for the mer person.
Right.
You will hear Boffin yell from the front of the ship. We need to get underway, people. Let's get a move on here. We need people to do stuff on this ship.
And I'll call back up the corridor. Like
Joe-
what? But
Well, where are we sailing to? Are we sailing back to the dwarves, or what's our destination here?
Well, obviously, back to the dwarves.
All right. The ship will start to sail off. The engines will thrum. The propellers will go full speed. And this is going to be a perilous journey. So this is a move which is kind of three parts. If a character can take up one part, and how they do on that will affect how the journey goes.
Mhm.
So there is the quartermaster who keeps track of the rations. There's the navigator who tries to make the journey as short as possible, and then there is the scout or the lookout who keeps an eye out for trouble. So, would either of you want to do one of those things?
Suppose I could do quartermaster.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Adrian will take a look out.
All right. All right. So, Johan, roll for perilous journey.
Do 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 do. Oh. Aha!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
no one's.
All right.
We
No
basically
Ain't
one's
almost
starting
doing
on
it.
this trip.
no, we stop every other mile and go fishing and pull up loads of fish in a net that we managed to put together at some time.
All right. And Adrian, are you going to take up a roll?
Yeah. We are.
I know you're still probably awake.
Lookout.
All right. Oof. Oof. Okay. All right. As you keep a lookout for trouble, Adrian, you're at the top of the balloon, you know, with a little spyglass looking all the way around.
Mhm.
You notice a dark speck slowly getting closer to you guys from the direction of the icy continent, getting closer to your ship
Ooh.
as you guys sail.
Mhm. Yeah, I will. No. I'm not sure where I'm actually at in regards to everyone else, but I will get on the PA intercom or whatever equivalent we have of that. Maybe just yelling really loud and saying, "There's something on the horizon coming after us."
All right. Looking for as it gets closer and closer, Adrian, you will see through your spyglass. It's still at somewhat of a distance, but you will see that. One second. Let me get. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? No. Yes. It is that person that went in search of the Ice Queen that passed you guys on your way on top of some kind of a gigantic bat sort of creature catching up to you guys.
This is okay. I am ducking my head in and yelling, we seriously have someone after us, people."
Or fire a warning shot! And I will run up on deck.
There is ballistas to either side of the ship.
Do you have like a designated gunner, or do we have to do the hard work?
It's whoever gets there first. That's
One
what
of
it's
the
for.
one of yeah.
Hey, have we had
One
like
of the
have time
gnomes hears
to?
you.
Have we like had time to heal between now and then?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to. Yes, yes. During the time you would have had time to heal. Yeah. So you guys are at full health now.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So someone is firing a warning shot.
Sure. Sounds good to me. I would do
Okay.
it, except I'm on the wrong side of the ship.
Yeah.
Does we have a means to like call a loudspeaker?
Um. Unfortunately, no. You're just gonna have to shout.
Would would my no, I don't think it would. I was thinking, oh, would prestidigitation work to amplify a voice? But I don't think so. That's more of a visual illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, Johan. Fire your warning shot. That would be making a volley. Do you actually want to hit him, or do you just want to do a warning shot?
Gotta do a warning shot.
Okay. All right.
Maybe parlay with intimidation. Okay, maybe not. Alright, the volley. Not my best stat.
Okay. Alright. Alright. It goes wide of where you were aiming. Um, it goes off like 45 degrees away from the guy. He like looks at you for a moment. Eh,
And gives this low
um,
ethereal chuckle. Nice shot.
It's the cataracts,
the
honestly.
the figure. Yeah, of course. The figure on the flapping bat creature will wave its hand, and it, a dark black mist will start to seep from his position and um, obscure what actually is going on here.
Of course, I pick up Fireball instead of Dispel Magic for my level 3 spell. Otherwise, I would have just Dispelled
Ah,
Magic and taken care of this.
okay, Johan, your aim is not the best at the moment. What are you gonna do?
We're just gonna back away from the ballista. We're gonna shot in the dark isn't the best idea. Especially with Kevin's acting up. Alright, I'm gonna shout into the fog like, that was the warning shot. State your intention or there'll be another one.
All right. You're going to hear a chuckle from the mist, and the you're gonna hear, both of you, a thump as something lands on the back deck of the ship. The dark mist is sort of staying outside of the ship, but it is slowly kind of creeping in through cracks and crevices in the walls and windows.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Walking out from or in from this side deck, Adrian will begin to walk
Yep.
the perimeter of the ship, just staying as close to the edges as possible.
Okay.
Mumbling under her breath, not sure when she's going to meet up with the individual that has already landed.
Okay.
But all the time she will be attempting to cast.
Alrighty.
All the time she will be attempting to cast alarm as she walks this perimeter, so that she is aware of where the creature is
cool.
once he crosses her border.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I probably should cast it.
Yeah, that succeeds. All right. So as you tread your path around the ship, your footsteps will kind of leave a glowing sort of trail along the perimeter of the ship. You will hear as you do this a magically amplified voice saying that I have come from the Ice Queen to bring back what you have stolen from Her Majesty. Surrender and you will be spared your measly little lives.
Interesting, but I got a counter offer. How about you take a flying leap, and you won't have to. It's again in your next incarnation, you lich-looking motherfucker.
Ah, man. All right. You will hear the sound of magical chanting coming from somewhere. Actually, yeah, the figure is going to come in, burst into the kitchen scullery here. Johan, I'm not sure. Are you right there?
Thereabout.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. The figure walks in. Adrian, you hear your alarm go off all of a sudden.
Alerting me to the fact
You're
that
aware
he is like,
of the presence of this person.
Yeah, right inside this, right past this door that I happen to know is probably right there. And I press my ear to the door and...
Yeah. Yeah, and you, Adrian, you can hear magical chanting coming from the wall, from the room here.
Would I know what is being chanted? Can I do a spout lore or a detect magic or something?
Yes. Yes, you can make a spout lore.
Maybe.
Okay. Yes, you notice certain words in it hint at horrors, horrors, and horrible dreams and phantasms. Adrian.
Hmm.
Corvus and Burtok, hearing the commotion down here, will start to run down the halls. Okay, Johan, do you do anything as this figure bursts in? I mean, you obviously you are yelling for Burtok and Corvus, but anything? Do you do anything else?
Is the chef and the gnome on the bear doing anything?
They are scared out of their wits as this person comes in. No, they are cowering in their respective corners.
I'm gonna try to inspire bravery by just staring this guy down. You didn't hear me. Take a hike.
Okay, make a I guess make a charisma defy danger for that, or if you have a better skill.
Well, maybe this could be like a war leader thing, or maybe not.
Potentially. Let me see. I guess we can say kind of the crew of the ship might temporarily be your war band. Yeah, the gnomes might have bonded with you a little bit on the journey. So yeah, you can make a war leader move here.
I would very much like to take your role, but okay. Alright.
You can do that.
Okay. Some in character. Oh, screw it. Whoops. Misclicked. Good enough. Those ragged robes of yours. Chef, take a piece of wood out of the stove and light this guy up. And the guy, is he actually riding a bear or a dog? It's probably a dog, isn't it?
It's a dog, yes.
You
It's
on the
a
dog?
Yeah.
Get ready to bury him.
All right. The cook, inspired by your words, will grab a firebrand from the stove and hurl it at the figure. The dog and the gnome on it will swivel about and leap at the figure and hold it in place as that firebrand comes in, and the figure will its black robe will catch into flames, and it will do its best. It will do its best to tank the flaming of its robes, and its robes are quite badly burned, but it continues to read the scroll in its hand. It is a bit damaged by this, but it finishes reading the scroll in its hand, and Johan, you will all of a sudden see through the doors in this room, all a endless stream of the people you have commanded before. They are shuffling in with their various wounds and decapitations and limbs missing, and they will say to you, Johan, you failed us. We might have been alive if you had commanded us better. And they surround you and clutch at your robe, your clothing. Adrian, you are going to see the door in front of you morph into a demon's face, and the wall beside you turn into a clawed hand that reaches out and grabs you and starts to squeeze.
Yeah, struggle against. I'm gonna struggle against that thing and try to tear it away from my neck.
All right.
I would assume defy danger, strength or something, maybe constitution.
With strength, yes. Strength.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. The claws on the hand are going to dig into your neck and do boy 8 damage to you, Adrian.
Yeah.
Whoa. How much health do you have?
14.
Oh. Okay. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Johan, you are being surrounded by a horde of your former soldiers and former people that you've fought beside. What do you do as these phantasms surround you and clutch at your clothing?
Well, let's see, being a hardened real son of a bitch, he is gonna bellow at them and tell them, my leadership was never in question. It was your inability to follow orders properly that got you killed and got your villagers raised and your families got sent right after you. I will make it right somehow, but for now, get out of my head! I guess that's define danger with wisdom, I guess. Because to see through the operation.
Yes.
Alright. Defy danger.
Yeah. All right. As you shout at them, they will one by one dissolve into black mist and then fade away, leaving you unopposed. The figure that has invaded the ship, meanwhile, will fiddle with a ring on its finger, and all about the ship, various items will start to glow with a light that penetrates the walls. So you can see the engine in the engine room and the various orbs on the outside of the ship. Your pot that you your vessel that you got from the Ice Queen and Adrian's orb, they're all shining with a light that penetrates the wall, so all of you can see them. Okay.
Low magic.
Adrian, you are still in. You are still in the grip of this
Yeah.
this demon figure that has emerged from the ship.
Do I have enough sense to see all of these glowing magical items? In addition to actually being able to see them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure why that benefits me, except that as she's grabbing at these claws around her neck, trying to peel the fingers out of her flesh, painfully struggling, she gets this thought through her head. Ooh, all of these things on the ship. I should be paying attention to them. Maybe I can find out how I can find out all of the inner workings of the ship if I were to pay attention. Were it not for this claw in my throat.
It's a bit of a distraction, isn't it?
A bit, yes. And, I'm trying to think of what I could do. My gut instinct is to try to struggle out again. Except that doesn't seem very wise or even effective.
Well, you did hear from the words of the chanting person that whatever this spell is involved dreams and phantasms.
Yes, and I do remember that, and I'm realizing very quickly that this is not a material manifestation, or perhaps it is, but it could just be my mind conjuring up all of this, all of what's going on. How would I snap myself out of it is the thing. Perhaps if I focus really, really hard, i.e. defy danger with wisdom, I can convince myself that it is nothing but an illusion. Nothing is actually happening. And so I will relax and attempt to do so.
All right, let's give that a try. All right. Wow. Everybody's making great rolls today. Man. Okay.
One part where I took
as you focus your intent on right. Well, you get experience for that, so it's not all bad.
Right.
Okay, as you focus and try to bring your will to bear on seeing what is really actually real here, the claws will release from your neck and fade back into the wood. The demon face in the door will smooth back into the grain of the wood, and the illusion will be ended for you, Adrian.
Got it. Would I have been bolstered by Johan's warlord success?
I think it only works on NPCs.
Oh, okay, got it. That's fine. Because I was ready to burst through the door and do your bidding as well.
All right, Johan.
Stop.
Okay. So the figure before you guys has done something to make all the magical items on the ship glow, and now it's peering at them one at a time. Johan, what do you do here?
Alright. We're gonna try and restrict his vision a little bit. Using a little trick I picked up in the cantinas on the Reichland giant air cruisers. He's gonna go over this figure, grab him by the scruff, pull him over to this hatch, lift it up, and like slam the hatch onto his head. Like, kind of like a guy getting dunked in the toilet, but with a hatch.
Okay,
Like
make a strength defy danger to actually do that.
It's just a roll, but okay. Strength. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't work. Well, kinda. Actually, do I get a +1 because because the dog is holding him? Or did he let go?
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, the dog is holding it in place. It can't retreat. You come forward, grab its neck, bash it down, and slam the trapdoor down onto its neck. I like it. I like it.
Cool.
Okay, you will hear the dry snap of bones in this thing's neck as you slam down the trap door, and the figure minus its head will stand up and will grab you, Johan, and one of its other hand will fumble around in your belongings for that magical item that it saw on you before.
I'd rather he didn't do that. Can I like counterattack, or do I have to wait till my turn?
Yeah, Adrian, what are you doing here?
Adrian, having cleared her mind of her horrific vision, or whatever it was, will realize that the orb in her cloak is glowing as well.
Yeah.
And thinking it's probably not a good idea to just burst in and start fighting him hand to hand, will attempt to cast invisibility on it, if that is possible, and try to hide it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's going to be even possible.
Okay, sure, you can try that. All right. Yeah, you can do that, but yeah, choose from the it attracts attention, or you take -1 ongoing, or you forget the spell.
I will take it attracts attention, because in hiding the orb under my cloak and casting invisibility upon it, the door also goes invisible, and I'm left just standing there, facing the creature. And only realize that it is such after the fact.
Okay. All right. Okay. Johan, you are going to hear thumps on the trapdoor beneath your feet. the figure will shove you back into the into the side here with a blast of magical energy from its hand, and the figure's head will come up through the trapdoor and settle back onto its shoulders. Um,
Oh, and I had a thing baked
it
up
will
for that.
it will peer at you again, Johan, and what were you gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna have well, for the last 15 minutes, I've wanted Bertok to jump down into the cargo hold, run across, and try to get up that same trapdoor. But upon seeing this guy's head on the floor, we'll instead pick it up, run it up to the front of the ship, and hang it off the bow or something. But
Hey, maybe we can do something close to
Oh,
that.
God.
I got an idea.
I don't need more figureheads.
well, we lost all of our old ones. We need more. We need to replace them.
Alright. Is it my turn or is the creature gonna pull something else out of its sleeve?
It is staring in amazement at you, Johan, as if it has never seen anything as amazing as what you have with you. But yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Gonna use my war leader ability, one of my hold from it, and have my warband make a strong assault. I gotta draw my or point at him, look at my and say, push him back! And I will, and I'll rush, and we'll rush forward. I'll run my sword into him and like push him out the door and nail him to the bottle with the mermaid in.
Oh boy, is that gonna break the bottle?
I hope not. Otherwise, the idea was to I'll
Well,
explain later.
Maybe she'll escape finally.
All right. Yeah, make a roll for the war leader.
Do I have to? I think I think I can just do it.
I guess if you did it while the head was like coming up, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, you can. Oh, I'm gonna refresh, guys. Maybe that'll help. Is this better?
I hope so. Is it?
You will come in clear to me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, your loyal gnome and goblin companions will rush forward, grab the figure, pin it against the bottle here, and you run it through with your sword.
Yes.
Piercing the bottle.
Do I roll? Okay. Do I roll some? Do I, as a player, do I have to roll something for Johan? Like a hack and slash or something?
Yes, that would be a hack and slash.
Doo-doo. Hack and slash. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so the
Oh,
attack lands
boy.
for
All right.
6.
Okay. Wow. Okay. The figure will give a snarl as your sword runs it through and pierces it to the bottle. Um, its hand will search around its robes for another scroll, bring it up to its lopsided face, um, read it at you, read it towards you, Johan, and um, a storm of spears will shoot out from nowhere and pierce you, doing doing 6 damage to you.
Does armor help?
Yes, armor would help.
Okay.
So the figure is pinned now to the bottle. Water is slowly draining from the bottle through the crack in it. But you have it effectively immobilized. So, what do you guys do now?
I want to. Well, I guess it would be kind of disrespectful if I like shoved the bottle and the guy over the edge.
Adrian, do you want to do anything?
Honestly, shoving the bottle over seems like a pretty good idea.
All right.
All right.
So she will rush in.
Okay, so we shove the bottle. Adrian, Johan, and the company.
We'll push it over.
Sure.
All right. All right. The figure gives a wail. No. You haven't seen the last of me, and you guys manage to push it over. It falls, and before it would have hit the water, everything, the figure, the bottle, the mermaid, explode into a fireball of purple flames and smoke that eventually dissipate. Little bits of bone and glass dribble into the water.
Sizzle. Steam. Yeah.
Yes.
Adrian will look over the bow with a look of very, I would say, emotionless observation. Meanwhile, Bertok, who has been completely worthless up until now, will burst out the back door and see the flaming and the steam and be like, "No, we were going to... Oh no, it's all over. It's hopeless. We can't ever make peace with them now."
What is Bertok referring to?
He was referring to the mermaid that he was going to negotiate and try to do stuff.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. That mer person is now little bits of charred bone. Yeah.
Mer person barbecue.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
Well, that's what a nice tidbit have known. Oh well.
There is on the deck here, a scroll that apparently fell from the figure's robes as you guys were pushing it over the edge.
I'll pick it up and look at it.
Okay.
I will glance curiously over, wondering also what it says, but waiting patiently.
The Johan, you can't make out what it actually says, but from the sketches on it, you'll be able to make out long bone spears being projected through the air at an unfortunate target.
Huh. Oh, this looks familiar.
Adrian
Alright,
will
he'll
shuffle
like
over and glance at it.
Adrian. Johan will roll up the scroll and casually hand it to Adrian.
Oh, thanks. And she will re-unroll it and glance over it to see if she can read it. I don't know if she knows this language or not.
Adrian, this is a complex scroll with a spell written onto it. So you get the impression that if you could learn how to cast this, that it would send out those bone spears at an opponent.
Right. Okay. But unfortunately, I don't know how at this point.
No, but you could study it.
Okay. Anybody mind if I keep it? Because I like to keep it.
I mean, it's no use to me. I'm no wizard.
All right. She rolls it back up. And then slides it into her cloak and realizes, oh, the orb is also still there. And will dispel the invisibility on it.
Okay. The orb that you have, Adrian, is it looks like a pearl, but somehow it has been made somewhat transparent so you can see into it.
Okay.
And there is cloudy fog of like a bluish color in there that you can see swirling about.
Right. Okay.
With the fall of the figure, the items have stopped glowing throughout the ship.
Oh, good.
Sorry about the figurehead bird dog, but we have to get that sorcerer off this ship in a hurry.
Well, if that was the only way, I'm just sorry to have lost our bargaining chip as far as the merfolk go.
We already acquired the items we...
The merfolk didn't actually know that you guys had the mermaid captured.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I was hoping to, like, as our last resort, pull her out and be like, we will only deal with you if you agree. No, if you don't comply with our demands, we will such and such.
Right. Yeah, well, unfortunately, she is gone now.
Yeah.
But you guys are certainly free to continue sailing back to to the dwarven Vikings
Yep.
or wherever? All right.
Well, I think after this fight, you two fought damn well. I think we all deserve some fine meal after this. What do you say?
The gnomes all cheer.
Break out the expensive wine and spices. We'll feast tonight.
The cook really exerts himself to come up with an awesome meal for you guys. The gnomes chow down enthusiastically.
Oh boy.
You guys manage to make it back to the dwarven Viking settlement without further complications, and settle down in the village square.
Mm-hmm.
The chieftain of the dwarves greets you guys, and says, "I hope you were successful."
I will present the item.
Oh, is that my item? I'll pull it out and hold it out.
All right. He will give a gasp of reverence and send someone forward with a chest to put the orb into and close it. And Eric will say that we will make sure that these are kept safe, and we will present them to the mer people in the morning at first light. So, in the meantime, please feel free to enjoy our ale and our wine and our hospitality for your brave services.
Ooh, more. Yeah.
I think that's well deserved.
We're still waiting for one group to come back, but and he points out to a very wild-looking dwarf who's sitting with some companions. He says, "The Medwin over there just came back from trying to search for the Leviathan, and he and his shapeshifter dwarves managed to wrest back the trident from the Leviathan that swallowed it. So we have 2 of them, and we're just waiting for the other group to come back." Okay, now that you guys are back into civilization, there is some moves that you guys can do that wouldn't make sense otherwise. You guys can supply if you want to find something that would be available here. You can carouse, which is actually not on the list of actual macro moves, but it's fairly simple to explain. Johan, you could officially put together a war band of dwarves if you wanted to. Or you guys could recruit a little minion to help out with what you guys want to do. So, what do you guys do?
I am going to go and with Captain Bertolt's permission, if he allows some more gun hands on deck to recruit some local talent.
Seems like a reasonable idea to me. I'd be up for that.
All right. Alrighty.
Okay, so I will go and recruit some hirelings.
Alrighty. Recruit away. Fortunately, recruiting is a little complicated, but we can do it.
All right. All right, so to recruit. Okay.
Yeah.
Johan will.
Recruit.
Well, he'll make it known that whoever is brave enough to sign on with the what the fuck was I gonna call my warband? Yeah, whoever's brave enough to sign up with the Wolfgang Mercenary Co. Will be allowed to have their pick of the loot acquired.
Alright.
And would you say we have a reputation for, our quest?
Yes. Yes. I would say you have a reputation in this particular area. Yeah.
Alright, so that's 2d6 plus 2 now?
Yep.
Well, let's see. Alright, I'm also gonna use my call to arms ability.
Alright.
I would like to carouse in town without spending any coins. And I like to have one of these hirelings to have an extra skill point. If this succeeds. If this works, 8.
It does. Alright. Okay, you spread word about town that you are looking for any skillful hirelings to hire. You put out word that they can keep a share of the treasure.
Alright, so I guess I need to specify I'm actually
and-
looking for I'm looking for at this moment is, let's see, what they call like an acolyte, which were like priest guys. I gotta find the recruitment rules in the PDFs again. Not recruitment, but hirelings. There's hirelings.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, looking for either burglars, priests, or warriors.
Alrighty. Okay, you managed to find one dwarf who admits to having some burglary skills. Um, whose name is Agnar, and he is after money. He will join with you guys if he gets paid at the end of it. Um, there is also a lower level a lower level member of um, one of the dwarven gods who is named um, Mist, um, who um, who will function as a priest for you guys, as long as it is a noble and um, and as long as it is a noble and uh, uh, yeah, as long as you guys are doing good in the world, he will follow you guys. Uh,
What were their names again?
Agnar was the burglar, and Misty was the priest. So you said they would have a +1 to skill.
Yeah. So I guess that makes them either level 2 burglar, level 2 priest, or a level in something else.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to say. Okay, they have. Do you have a move that says you get +1 loyalty to hirelings?
Yeah, it's because I'm a human. People like humans.
Okay, great. Okay, so they have 2 loyalty each. Loyalty. And they have 2 skill in 2 skill. Okay. Alrighty. They join you guys as hirelings. So they look up to you with sort of hesitant, fearful sort of eyes, because you are quite a bit beyond the realm that they could hope to aspire to, but they're willing to join with you guys and help out as much as they can. So.
Well, I think I can only
Okay.
get one of them.
Oh no. Okay. Which one do you choose?
Maybe we have a NPC healer with us, like. Alright. I'll grab Agnar.
Okay. All right. All right. Misty will stroke his beard and wander off, whereas Agnar will take an ale with you guys to seal the bargain, and will say that he will be ready to sail with you guys when you leave again.
When everybody's sober.
Right. Okay, so Johan, you wanted to also carouse for free in this area?
Yes, but that is if I need to roll a charisma, which I think I did. Did I? Yeah. No, wait. Yeah, I need to roll a charisma check. 8. Okay. Roll charisma. So between carousing in town for free and one hiring having one skill point, only one of those things are true. So I guess we always skill point. So
Okay.
so
All
I guess
right.
we skip the carousing.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, the dwarven chieftain will pay for the initial money that it would take to carouse. Um, you guys can still pay additional money on top of that to bolster your success at carousing if you want to.
No, I don't have the money to.
Okay. You do have that jar that you picked up from the Ice Queen. You might be able to sell that if you do want some money.
Do I want to know? This is the one thing she fears. We have pissed her off something royally.
All right. Adrian, do you want to carouse as well?
Maybe, yeah. Having given up the orb, my mind is at ease at some level. So yeah, I would totally like to sit down and buy a drink for a couple dwarves, see what they have to offer.
All
I
right.
don't think I am very big on cash myself.
Okay then. Well, you guys can still carouse, even if you're not bolstering your success.
Yep.
So that would just be a 2d6 then for both of you.
All right. I'll just throw up something that has a 0.
Wow.
Nice.
Adrian fails. She gets inebriated beyond belief, and all of her words are completely slurred. No one can understand her, and eventually one of the innkeepers just leads her upstairs to her room and puts her to bed. Sleep it off, ma'am.
I'm surprised I don't have carouse as an actual macro here.
That's okay.
But Adrian, you do still get in special moves. You do still get to pick something from the carouse list. But in your case, on a miss, it
We lost you, Sean.
gets really chaotic.
Okay. You still choose one, but things get chaotic. Okay.
Apparently, we could both get 2 rolls.
hear rumors of an opportunity for mine.
Okay. Whew. All right. You hear that you hear that there is on this island an old tower built by a isolated and very paranoid wizard who was studying leviathans, and it's still standing, but nobody can get into it because the only entrance is way up off the ground, and nobody has the means to easily get up there
I
and
see.
into the window.
Okay. Oh, it's accessible by window only.
Yes. A very high window. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
On like the 5th, 6th floor. Yeah.
Well, I got an
However,
11 on my command.
after you hear this, you yes, you did. Yeah. Yeah. You, Adrian, you wake up in the morning, and have have no idea which part of the village you are in.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Meanwhile, yes, Johan, you got an 11 on. I'm gonna refresh again.
Okay.
What was that, Adrian?
Oh, I had the idea that like if I woke up in the morning completely hungover, perhaps perhaps Johan's new hireling could have swiped something from my inventory.
Adrian, you wake up on one of these long fjords that stick out into the ocean. There is a goat, a bearded goat, nuzzled up next to you.
Yeah. I hear this shifting and look over to see this goat sleeping right there, and I'm like, "Oh, get away!" And I give it a shove and wake it up. Ooh.
Meow. Oh no.
Let's let him refresh.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay. I think Sean also refreshed, so he'll be a couple seconds, I think. Yes.
Alright. So what do you pick from your carouse here, Johan?
Alright. I guess since we got the opportunity, I may as well pick everything else.
Alright.
Alright, befriend a useful NPC. Get useful information, and you're not entangled.
In social retreat. Okay. Alright. You during the course of the night have one of the dwarves nearby it kind of catches your eye and says, "I've heard that the humans can really hold their alcohol," and he um, buys you several drinks, and you two go to town at seeing who can drink the most. Um, uh, you end up drinking him under the table, and he says when he comes to that, you, I, Rhaegar, Bloodbiter, will befriend anybody who can outdrink him. And he gives your hand a limp shake, and then uh, collapses onto the floor again. So you have a friend of Rhaegar, Bloodbiter,
Uh
who is
huh.
a minor chieftain among these dwarves here. He's under Eric Hardhammer in terms of power levels, but still he has several dwarves under his command, and they have a longboat of their own that they sail out to plunder the seas. Um, as far as useful information, um, uh, one of the dwarves um, uh, notices your iron vessel as you're sort of toying with it and playing with it, um, wondering what it is, and he says that that reminds him of a legend of these band of warriors once upon a time who were fighting with a demon, and at the end of the day, the only way to overcome this demon excursion was to seal the uh, the creature into an iron tea kettle that they had laying about and had managed to enchant with a powerful binding um, enchantment. So the dwarf kind of looks a little bit scared of your your iron vessel there, um, and declines the offer any offer to handle it or examine it more closely.
Tricky. Hmm. Well, that might be useful.
Adrian, you awaken to the bleat of a bearded goat, and I'm kind of assuming you wander back towards the village,
Not
Adrian.
not before attacking the goat
Right.
because it's annoying me and I want to attack it and see if I'll just kill it. Oh, wrong person. Sorry. I probably killed it with that one. There's Adrian's. Yeah, no, it missed. Oh, I missed both times. Yeah, my little halberd thing swings wide and thuds into the grass as I blink the sunlight out of my eyes, scramble to my feet, and trudge with a massive headache back into the village.
um, the burglar that Johan picked up is grinning as he sees you limp back into the village.
I glare
Have
at
a
him.
rough night.
I give him
Have a rough night out there.
I give him a disdainful glare and shove past him.
Uh,
demand water instead of another mug of whatever I was drinking last night.
Yeah, you might not remember what exactly you were drinking last night.
I might have switched to turpentine at some point.
In the light of the morning, one last longboat is pulling into the dock, into the fjords, and a very very small company of dwarves comes out, um, carrying various other bodies on leaders as they limp their way back up to the village center. Arak comes down and greets the captain of this excursion, and says that actually no, shouts for everyone else to hear that the third artifact is back with us, and now we can finally get these mer people to leave us alone again. And a cheer goes up. The dwarves will move their slain companions to a place where they can rest before getting the Viking burial of a torched longboat.
Right on.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. The leader of the dwarves that just came up will spot you will spot the crew of the Nautilus and stroke his beard and signal for two of the leader bearers to follow him, and he approaches you, the crew of the Nautilus. He says, "Where's the captain of this crew?"
That would be me, Botok says, stepping forward.
He strokes his beard again and seems hesitant to look you in the eye, but he finally says that your lady Agatha insisted on accompanying us.
Accompanying you how? I ask, looking a little confused.
We were yes. We were we were going out to seek the legendary Davy Jones, which we didn't think actually existed, but the more people said they did. And your cleric insisted on accompanying us, and she has been gravely wounded in the fight we had down there. And he motions the leader bearers forward, and on the stretcher is Adrian, who is very gravely wounded from whatever she encountered down there.
Yeah, well, it's not Good. Bertok will be very concerned at this, leaning over her and examining. And of course, I have no way to heal her myself, he mumbles. She was always the best one at doing this kind of thing.
Yes, we couldn't have succeeded without her, sir. And we will, I'm sure we will do whatever in our power to help her recover. But I just wanted you to know that she was critical in retrieving the item that we were after.
Well, thank you for letting me know. Yeah.
That was not good. Whew. Boy. All right. With the morning light, the in the fjords in the sea between the fjords itself, you will see the mer people start to pop their heads out of the water and peer up at the village. Arak will, with great ceremony, sound the horns and bring out 3 large chests, opens them one by one, and presents the items to the mer people one at a time.
Bertok would like to whisper into Arok's ear that if you could put in a good word for Delgar, it would be much appreciated. Since we represent.
Yeah, he will. He will nod his head and stroke his beard and say that with the return of these items, all of the wars that the mer people are waging now will cease, and the one of the more nobly dressed mer people has a crown of coral on his head, and he will say, we will end all the wars that we are conducting at the moment, yes. And he will, three mer people will accept the items back. They will disappear into the water, and whew, all the wars with the mer people are ended. Congratulations. Yay. Arak will break open his treasury and present each one of the crew of the Nautilus with a belt of gold studded with gems, minor small gems. Take these in recognition of your service to the dwarven peoples, he says, and hands them to each of you.
Okay. Now let's carouse again. Now we can get some better results.
If you want to do that, you can, sure.
I would prefer not to myself, but would not be opposed.
Okay. He also gives similar belts to Rhaegar Bloodbiter and the Meridwin and the captain that told you about Agatha Bertok. Okay, so you guys have couple one magical item. So Johan, you still have the iron um, sealing vessel, and Adrian, you have that scroll that you could potentially interpret given enough time.
Yes.
And all of you have belts of gold. So, what do you guys want to do from here?
Well, given the 15 minutes that I have, at least taking the time to mention to the others that, hey, I thought I heard something last night regarding some tower on the other side of the island here. I think the ship would be a perfect way to get into it if we wouldn't mind a quick detour to try to check it out and see what's inside.
Well, I got nothing else on the agenda. May as well go stock up on magical stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, we won, but yay, how do we go on from here? Um, yeah. So that would be my request or recommendation. There's some tower that we can go look at.
All right. Cool. I actually don't have the tower prepared at the moment, but I think we could possibly get to it next session, or
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's fine.
works.
that's what I was thinking. It's not
Oh.
enough time to really
All right.
make it work anyway.
Right.
But, did Adrian notice anything while
Okay.
the guy was on board? Would she have picked up on anything regarding her personal mission to Lady Blackadder as to finding out the internals of the ship?
Oh.
Because he lit up all the magical items in the
Yes.
ship. What have I learned from that? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. You were a little distracted at the time, but given that information, you can probably give a very good account of how everything on the airship is at least put together, even if not how it actually technically works. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Then at some point on board the ship or in one of the rooms in one of the taverns, I would like to break out the twin moorer and call Lady Blackadder and relay all this information. What I've gathered so far.
Okay.
I imagine she's wondering where in the world I am, as we haven't spoken for a while.
Yeah, I was, yeah. It's been a month and a half ish, I think. So between sailing to the dwarven city and then up to the northern continent and then back down, yeah. Um, she will. So you'll write your letter, put it onto the twin moorer, and a claw will come through the mirror part, stab the letter, drag it back through.
I will flinch at the claw, but then remember that, no, the claw was just an
Yeah.
illusion. And be able to calmly watch it happen.
After a half hour or so, another letter will push itself through the mirror, and with the seal of Lady Blackadder on it.
Okay. Do I open it? I would open it and read what it says, obviously.
All right. The letter says that thanks you very much for your note and your contributions. And a very recent development on her end is that they have managed to um, acquire an airship of the Nautilus's design, and so together with your notes, they will very soon have a great understanding of how these airships actually fit together and work,
Okay.
and they can begin to replicate them. So she thanks you very much for your service.
Cool. I'm glad to hear that.
Um, as far as what you do from here on out, Betty Blackadder is fine with you staying with the crew, um, since they have been useful in many occasions.
Okay. Yeah. And I will agree to keep sailing around with them. Given that I've grown somewhat.
You don't have to.
No, I have to. As far as an out of character statement goes, I kind of do have to. So. But.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, let's very quickly, I guess, go over experience for this session.
Righto.
Did everybody add experience from last time?
Yeah.
I believe so. I just didn't take a skill yet, or a skill point, or anything, so.
Okay, well, we can...
I will take the skill point right now, and
I guess
then...
you can do that whenever. Right, okay.
Stat point, I should call it.
So, leveling up. Right. Alright, so end of session. Oh yeah, let's no, I don't. Okay. So has anybody done anything that would fulfill their alignment this session?
Not this session, I don't think so, no.
Okay, Adrian?
No, not really. Terrify or harm someone with my magic. I'm like, well, no, not really. It was more protecting people with my magic. That's all I managed to actually do.
Right.
And I'm thinking more along the lines of a rogue, to be honest. Because it's like I keep trying to... I think their goal is to, if you're evil, try to care only about yourself and your own goals and getting ahead of everybody else. And so I'm kind of like, I'm not being wizard evil yet. So, no.
Alright. Did we learn something new and important about the world? I think as a group you've learned something this session.
I don't...
You...
Well, we learned about the tower learned about the tower and the presence of an insane wizard who was researching leviathans.
Yes. I would totally take that if that were valid as an important thing to learn.
Yeah. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? I think you guys did.
I think making peace with merfolk
Yes,
is overcoming enough.
And you know, we killed that we killed that sorcerer, lich, whatever he was.
Right, that's true too.
So I'm actually going to give 2 experience for one for making peace with the mer people and one for overcoming the lich
Okay.
person figure.
And
So
then one for the tower as well.
that's 3 experience. Right, one for the lich, one for the tower, and one for
The mer people.
making peace with the mer people. Yeah. 3 experience for everybody. Yay! Ooh. So, and I don't think you guys looted a memorable treasure this session.
No.
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 Okay, great. Cool.
Do we want to count failed rolls at this point, or is that just going to be handled all later?
Oh. No, I actually forgot about failed rolls. Only Adrian had a failed roll this time, I think.
Are you sure?
Yay.
9, 12, 12, 8, 6. There's the failure to break out of the claw.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
15, 8, 11. Oh, Johan did fail to volley against the lich person.
Oh yeah.
With the warning shot. So yeah, okay, you both get 1 each for those failed rolls.
Cool.
Oh man.
Adrian did fail a hack and slash against the goat, but that was not really critical.
I wouldn't count it myself.
Right.
Just because
okay,
that's
so
one of the unimportant.
you guys get 4 experience,
All right.
and everybody else. Right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing, guys, and it's
Yeah, sure thing.
nice to have you guys back after a month of not doing this. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for running.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
Any? Oh, my pleasure.
Well, see you in 2 weeks then.
Sounds good
Ciao.
to me. Yep, take care.
All right. Ciao.